Hello everybody! Welcome! My name is Emily Vernon with byemilyvernon.com. I am here to show you all things Pinterest 101 for your business to get seen on Pinterest and to gain traction with your customers and business. So we're going to get started here real fast, but if you're watching this portion, you're watching the replay, so hit hashtag replay below in the comments so we know that you are here. I'll be more than happy to answer all your questions. I hope to have this jam-packed with actionable information. I also have a free PDF workbook that goes along with this, so I will put the link below when we're finished for you to catch it, to have it sent to your email. So I'm just going to wait for a second to show you, to wait for other people to hop on. But I am so happy to have you guys here, and let me know in the comments if you currently use Pinterest in your business strategy, or you use it for a hobby, you dabble with it for your business but you're not quite sure where to go with it, or if you are brand new to Pinterest and you have no idea what it is, or you kind of heard about it but you don't really ever use it. I definitely used to use it for more like a hobby, and then once I started my business, I got kind of obsessed with it. I had a blog, so I've tried lots of different things, and I always just keep going back to Pinterest. Pinterest is tons of good things in it. It's really good for getting your business out there and your information and products. So I'm excited to be here and show you some of the things I know. Let's see, make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be. Yep. There I am. You guys get on, hop on and say hello, and we'll get started. I don't want to have to waste the replayers' time just waiting for me to get on, because I know it's kind of in the middle of the day. But I was hoping to catch some people during their lunchtime or anything like that. Let's see if we need to... Okay, so we'll just get started. I'm going to share my screen with you because I think that's the easiest way to learn about Pinterest, is showing you. Because Pinterest is a very visual platform. Kind of like Instagram. Instagram's very visual too, but with Pinterest, you're usually searching something. So if you can always remember with Pinterest that it is a search engine. What I mean by that is, if you think about Google, if you want to find something, you go to Google and you type in what you're searching for. Pinterest is the same exact thing, except for it uses images to catch the reader's attention, whereas like Google is a whole bunch of words and titles and stuff. Pinterest, if you have a great pinnable image, it'll catch your reader's attention, and they'll pin it or click through, which is what we want them to do. So let me get that shared. So I'll show you my Pinterest account just so I can go through some of the basic things, and then I might just pick, if someone's on here live, you'd like me to look at your Pinterest account, I'd be more than happy to do that, give you some tips. I think that would be really helpful for other people looking to make their Pinterest account more business friendly and to attract your ideal clients and customers. So, again, this is just like if you pull up Pinterest on your phone or on your desktop, this is kind of what you see. You see your smart newsfeed with Pinterest. So it used to be kind of like Instagram where it would show you like real time, but that's changed a long time ago. So it are things that you've pinned, and then it's going to show you similar things to what you've pinned in the past. So it kind of is a smart feed as well. So you will click on your profile. And when you're creating it, you want to make sure, like say you have one right now that's your personal one, and you can definitely make your personal one into a business one pretty easily. And that way you definitely want that. That way you can see your analytics, like what people are pinning, your most popular pins, You can see how many monthly viewers you have, their demographics, all that stuff. You really want the analytics. So you want to have a business account. And that's usually like if you have a regular account, you can just go to your settings. And then once you have a business account, it'll have business settings here. So when you're setting up, they used to allow you to put quite a bit more characters in your title because this is very searchable. So I had to just do social media because it wouldn't let me do like management and marketing type information on there. But at least social media gets it out there. And again, keywords, right? So currently I have 382,000 monthly viewers on my Pinterest account. One of the neat things they've changed this year is up here. It's kind of like a header. You can make it a featured board, just your latest pins. That's what I have it set up as. But you can easily go in here and change the information if you would like. Okay? So, here, I'm going to go to my boards because I like to show you the boards. When you're pinning, you always want to make sure you have your reader, your customers, your clients in mind because you're pinning for them. You are curating boards and pins that will draw them in. So if someone was pinning about, so because I pin about Pinterest, YouTube, and SEO, that's kind of my niche, I want to pin about those things. If I'm pinning, I do pin about like hairstyles and DIY, but I'll make those things like a secret board if I want to use this for my business. Because if someone clicks on my hairpin and then they click on my profile and they see that I'm all about social media and business and stuff, then they're not going to follow me. So if I'm pinning more stuff about Pinterest and YouTube and SEO, then they're going to click on that pin, look at my profile and say, oh, here's her profile. She pins about Pinterest for business, YouTube, entrepreneuring, blogging. Oh, okay, I definitely, want to make sure that I'm following this person. Then they typically only look down like the first 2 or 3 lines on your profile. So you don't have to really worry about like everything, but you can move these super easily as well. And you can also merge them much easier now. It used to be a big pain to merge boards, but now it's not. So you just like hover over it and it would go in there. So make sure you're pinning for your ideal customers. Well, that's also known as like an avatar. So you want to think of exactly who your ideal person is for your business. Think about what they like, who they are, what do they do for a living, and that kind of stuff. That way, when you're pinning, like, does my person want to know more info about this? And then you pin it. You do want to make it visually appealing to people. You want to make it on brand for your business. That always helps, especially when you are creating pinnable images. You want to make sure that when people are scrolling, they know, oh, that's Emily's pin because it looks, has the same look and feel to it. So you do want that once you start pinning about your products or your blog or anything. Now you can use Pinterest if you're not a blogger fairly easily as well. I do always recommend that my clients at least have some kind of blog in the sense of writing about your product because people want to know about the product before they purchase it. People purchase from others who they know, like, and trust. So you can build that know, like, and trust factor by writing a little bit longer. I mean, even if it's like a description of your product on your website or your blog, that way they really feel like they get to know the product and why they're purchasing it, what's special about that one. If you're selling a t-shirt with, has a cute little saying like pumpkin and fall or something, they could get that anywhere. Why would they buy yours? What makes yours special? And because it is the internet and it is Pinterest, images do have a really important role. So, you do want like a cute little flat lay or a lifestyle picture or something like that. But just keep all those things in mind when you're pinning or creating pinnable images for Pinterest. So, how do you get customers or clients to your Pinterest account? So like I said earlier, Pinterest is a search engine. So you want to make sure you're using the keywords that you want your customers to look for. So you can have a little description here about what you do, how you do it. So I help busy mom entrepreneurs grow their online presence in order to get in front of their ideal clients and customers by teaching Pinterest, YouTube, and SEO. That's what I do. So if someone wants to know more about those things, then they could find me. And then I pin about those things so they're going to find me as well. Again, keywords. So here's a little tip on finding keyword things if you're thinking of how like a blog title or a product title or whatever it might be. So say I'm looking for a dress for moms. Like it's the best thing for moms. So dresses for moms. Okay. So this is how you can find out what you either want to, like if you're having a content writing block or something, this is a really great way to figure out what's doing well on Pinterest or Google. You could do the same thing for Google. So you can say dresses for moms at weddings, quinceañeras, and you can see boards that are doing really well. And your board's description, make sure they're exactly what that's on. Don't do fancy cutesy ones because people aren't going to search for those. So that's why mine says Pinterest for business, YouTube for business. I'm not going to make it like something that's like catchy, like I don't know what I would come up with Pinterest for business, but something like for fashion. You wouldn't say like cutie patootie outfits or something. You would just say outfits for moms or something like that. Okay, so these are some things that could come up, and then you can see it's very visual. Ones that draw my attention in. Flat lays are good for fashion, but I also like to see real life. I always am drawn towards like things like this that have multiples because I'm usually searching to research which one I should buy, which one's the best way or whatever. Also ones like this is a good one, maternity photo shoot dresses. So these are all really great things. Now let's say anybody have, I don't think anybody's on, which is just fine, but if you guys have something when you're watching the replay that you want me to go over, I will search for it and get back to you. But let's use, so you're a photographer, okay? That's a great one. So you want to know like photography. How would I spell photography? Ideas, tips, poses. So you could write a huge blog post about the best poses for families. So then you could direct it towards, okay, are you talking to photographers or are you talking to the families or the mom, typically, of what to wear or how to pose your children or the beginner or the expert. You have to think, that's why you have to go back to your avatar when you're creating your Pinterest stuff and really stuff in general, content in general, what you want to do. So say you want to say like photography backdrop, say, so now it's like DIY, ideas, background, stand. Now a lot of people on Pinterest do like DIY stuff, but any industry can do well on Pinterest. I can guarantee it. So stand, okay, well what's a stand? Okay, oh, now you can kind of see they're making their own or they're creating a light box or whatever it might be. It gives you really good ideas about what to name your blog post or product description or something. Great. And then the other thing about Pinterest is you always want vertical ones. You can kind of see like here how a horizontal one comes up real small and doesn't catch your attention as much, whereas like a tall one, like that's really cute and that's really cute, even though it's not a tall one. But here's really in depth. So you want to make sure, and like this one's really good, how to take incredible photos on a small budget. That's excellent. That's a really great photo. It draws my eyes in. It makes me want to click. So when people click on the image, it brings this up. Okay. So they're going to read it, and you always want to make sure that you don't have dead links in your boards. You don't want to pin dead links, so you always want to double check it, okay? So, okay, oh great, I like that. So then they're going to save it to, their board or whatever, and then they save it. The importance of knowing what they save and how they save it is important too, because that tells you what's doing well and what you need to write more about or what you need to post more about. Or pin of other people's. Because the thing about Pinterest is you also want to pin other people's content, because then it gets back to you. Because it'll tell you when you pin it, who pins it underneath it. So let me show you. Need to post more about. Or pin. Hey Stephanie, sorry, I just now saw that you were on. Hope you're doing well. Let me know if you have any questions or if you want me to check out your account or anything. I'll be more than happy to do that. So, for example, on your phone and on the desktop, things do look a little different when you are scrolling through it. In your smart feed, it also looks different. So let's go to my smart feed and I'll show you what I mean. Oh, sorry, that's my daughter. So say I want to click on here. Here it is. So you click on it, and that's going to be really important for your analytics that I'm going to show you. And it tells you who created it. It also tells you who pinned it as well. And so say, oh, this person created it. So you're going to go, you can click on their stuff. Oh, empowered single mom. So if I was a single mom, this would be something that I would really want to follow. And she has quite a bit of monthly views, and she has 3,000 followers, which is great. She has this here. She also has a call to action. Putting a call to action in your description is also good if you have enough characters left. So that's always excellent to do that, because so she's funneling people to her Facebook group. But you can see, like, if I'm a single mom, this would look, it would be dead on, right? Like, she is on brand for sure. Because if I was a single mom, I would totally hit follow, because she has great things for things that I would want to know more about. Okay? So, why is that important? Well, if you get clicks on there and then people save it, the likelihood of them going to your website and looking more into things are 10 times. And if you have a website or a blog or whatever it might be, you can get them there. You know, funnel them all the way there, funnel them to whatever you want, then that's what you want, right? That's exactly what the point is of Pinterest. So, let's look at the analytics here. So when you are looking at your analytics, okay, you want to look at the trends. It's going to go up and down just like anything else, okay, but as long as it's going up, then you're on the right track. The other biggest thing is Pinterest is a long game, okay? It's not one of those things where like, hey, one of those things that is going to be like Twitter. You have to tweet like a bajillion times a day. Like, it doesn't last very long. It lasts like 2 minutes or something. Where Pinterest has a great long-term gain, whereas you could post some evergreen content, a product, whatever it might be, and it could be going on Pinterest for months, and then it can, like, a year later get resurfaced and be repinned by somebody, and then it's a big, huge resurgence back to your website. So Pinterest is really awesome for creating that slow gain momentum, and the fact that it stays and it sticks, which is really, and you don't have to pay for some of that stuff. It has a lot more organic reach than a lot of the other platforms out there. So be aware of that. As Pinterest, you may not see direct results within like a week or so, but give it a month or two and you'll definitely start seeing where your traffic is coming from. And I can guarantee if you're creating the right content with great pinnable images, you will get more traffic from Pinterest than any other platform. So here are some of the things. And when you set it up and you get it going, it's actually, if you want it to maintain, it doesn't take too much time once you get it going. Now, if you want it to continue to grow, that takes some more strategy and some more management. But I do a lot of setups for Pinterest, set up and then about 3 months out. And then I also teach my clients how to run it themselves and then say, hey, and then they can run it for themselves for a couple months and see how that goes. And then if it doesn't, then they can always come back to me. But that's kind of a lot of times what I do. I set it up, I get it going, and then they can maintain it a little bit better as long as they want to maintain and not have explosive growth. So those are just some little side tips about Pinterest. So this is the Pinterest profile here. You can see it goes up and down, up and down. It depends on how many times you pin and all that kind of stuff. I always recommend 30 to 50 pins a day to various boards. I know that sounds like a lot, but I use Tailwind, which is the one I always recommend because they also post directly to Instagram as well. So you can actually schedule your post for Instagram using Tailwind and it actually pushes it for you. A lot of the other Instagram ones, it'll send you a notification. You still have to manually post it, but Pinterest is one of the very, very few ones that'll actually automatically post to Instagram for you. So I really like Tailwind. It's not that expensive. They have tribes. They call it just like group boards, which we'll get a little bit more into. But in the last couple of months, we've actually seen that Tailwind tribes are doing better than group boards on Pinterest. So keep that in the back of your head. But here, you can see how the impressions are how many times people see it in their smart feed, like on their home Pinterest, and then how many people viewed it. Okay, and then it'll tell you your top pin impressions, like how many people. This is top pin impressions, clicks. So clicks are really important. If you have 1,000 impressions but no clicks, something's probably not right with either your image, your title, or something in between. So if you're not getting clicks, then that's something you really want to look at. Why are they not clicking? And then saves to boards. So that's what. So clicks are going like to the website or to the post or whatever it might be, and saves are saving it to their Pinterest boards. Okay. And then this is top pin impressions, boards with top pin impressions. So you can tell all of these clicks and saves and number of pins in there. Okay, so that just gives you your basic Pinterest profile. And then people who you reach. So obviously you want to be on point with who your brand and customer's avatar is and what they want. So it's growing. Has my monthly viewers are going up today or Sunday. So this was through 10/10. So Sunday it was 409. So I'm going up a little bit because this is average monthly viewers, right? So I'm happy with that. Okay, and then activity from your website. So when you're getting a Pinterest business account, you'll want to get it verified for rich pins, and there's a lot of tutorials out there. I also have one out there that how to get rich pins on your website and to get your website verified. Rich pins just have a little bit more information when people are scrolling through, and it makes them stop if you have rich pins. Okay? Let's see. I'm looking through my notes. Talked about that. Tell how much to pin. Okay. Optimizing your profile, SEO. Well, good. We've talked about most of the things. Now we'll talk about Tailwind, group boards, that kind of thing. And please, if you have any questions, let me know. And I will put a 30-day free thing in the comments if you'd like to try it out. Okay, so this is just Tailwind Basic. What I really like about it is if you go here, they make it so easy for you to schedule your stuff, and they'll have it all right here. So and you can schedule from Instagram, sync with the Facebook thing, so it's they make it incredibly easy for you. Like, you do not have to go to 10 different things to find content or to pin to other things, so it's really great for that. It'll bring some stuff up for you if you want, and then I also like if you go to your tribes, you can go to that, and then it'll just easily put it in here, the best times. And as you go, it actually learns your profile pinners and what they like. So they will adjust this, and you can always manually adjust this as well. You can create new pins. I always like the Chrome extension I put up here because if I find something really neat that I'm researching, I can just quickly right there pin it and I'm good. I don't have to go back and forth or anything like that. So definitely recommend Tailwind to grow because you want to be an active pinner, because that means, think about it, if you're more active, more people are seeing what you're pinning more frequently, and then they will be more likely to click on the image and find your profile and follow you and go to your website. So those are some of the biggest things. A little bit we're going to talk about, last thing are groups and tribes. So it's really great to get into either Tailwind tribes if you decide to use Tailwind, or group boards on Pinterest. Each one has their own rules, but you want to find something that's in your niche, because most of the time those are more trustworthy links, and you know that they are probably looking into Pinterest for their business, and they're going to have great content, they're going to have really good images, and you can pick and choose which ones you want. And then they also repin your stuff. So as you're creating content, they'll share yours and you'll share theirs. So it's just a great way to connect with other people who are doing the same thing you're doing and kind of helping each other out. So I really, really enjoy group boards and tribes for finding new content for my people, because you don't want to have the same thing over and over again. Let's see, I think that's really about it. I will put in the comments, let me make myself big again. In the comments, I will put, or on the top, I'll probably put a link to my free PDF workbook. If you like that, it has some guidelines to help you figure it out, so you don't have to take all these notes. You can kind of use that and go do your own thing. And then you can always email me at hello@byemilyvernon.com. You can also comment below here, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions. And I also do free consults, chats about your accounts for anything that I could help you with, or give you some quick tips and advice to make yours more optimized for your customers. So thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed it. I hope you learned something. And again, I will post all those links as needed. Have a great rest of your day.